Hey, Leslie here in the backyard, and I thought I would make a video for you on how to make a simple compress for insect bites and stings. So that's what we're doing in this video. Check it out. I'm in the backyard, and what we're going to use as two main plants are plantain and dandelion. Now, plantain is not, if you've ever had plantain chips, it's a different plantain. It's a low growing, I'm sure when you see it, you're going to recognize it. You can always Google plantain. We'll post a picture here. And there's a couple of different kinds. Sometimes there's a leaf that's a little bit more wide, and sometimes that is a little bit more straight. And I didn't even realize before I made this video, we were just at a state park and we were looking around for plantain, and then I came home and I looked in the backyard and there it was. Its Chinese name as an herb literally means like grows by the cart path. So if I turn my video around here, you can see that right in the backyard we have some wonderful plantain, and you'll notice it has leaves where the stripes are going from the base to the top. This is the sort of skinny leaf version, and I'll post a picture of the wider leaf version. And coincidentally, not so coincidentally, there's also some dandelion, which is our second herb that we can use. So I'm going to pull some of these leaves, and then we're going to make a poultice. These leaves are quite good for sort of what we call in Chinese medicine like releasing the toxins and cooling. And that's often what is happening when you have an insect bite. So especially for, in this case, I was thinking about ant bites because we were out by the river and just got a little ant sting. It's nothing terrible, but they have that little formic acid, if I'm getting that right, that just stays a little bit in the skin. So what you could do for the beginning part is make a little poultice, which we're going to do. And another good calming medicine is a little bit of jojoba oil with a little bit of lavender oil. So for example, my little goddaughter had sat a couple of days ago in a fire ant colony. So she has all these little bites up in her little bum area because they're all down the back of her leg, which is a tricky area to treat, especially on a 5-year-old. So the instructions that I gave to her parents were make the poultice of, we'd pick some plantain and some dandelion and do that at night. So you can cover it and we're going to mix it up in a minute with a band-aid, but you could also use some gauze with a little bit of tape if it's over a lot of area. Now, a poultice is a bunch of chopped up leaves, sometimes with a little medium. So it will be a little messy when it dries. It'll probably fall off in her bed. So for kids, it would be much easier to do at night. You just put it on overnight. And then in the morning, I recommended doing a little bit of jojoba oil with just a little bit of like a high quality organic lavender as a sort of soothing for the skin. We want to like calm everything, regenerate the flesh. Remember, nothing in this video constitutes medical advice. This is for your educational purposes only, and this with anything else, use common sense, make sure you know what you're picking, and talk with a licensed medical provider before doing this or anything else. And it's often a good idea if you are sensitive to do a little like spot test to make sure that your skin or body for any reason is not having any reaction. So now let's go and chop this up and make a little bit of a poultice. Okay, so we're back in the kitchen and I've got my plantain and my dandelion here, and I have just actually used some scissors to kind of chop it up a little bit. You can use you can of course use a knife or other things too. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to work it with the mortar and pestle, grinding, chopping, kind of pushing down on the edges until I get it into a paste. Okay, so now as you can see, it is a nice moist paste, and there's some liquid coming out of it. So this is kind of the consistency that I wanted. Now you can add a little bit of oil, but it's not really necessary. And depending on traditional remedies, if we wanted to move the blood or if we wanted to have more moving properties, you could add just a little bit of vinegar. But in this case, I don't really want it to burn anymore, and I'm not having such a severe bite. So essentially what I will do is on the area which is sort of on the back of my arm, I'm going to, let's just pretend this is the bite area. I'm just going to put a little bit of that on there. Make sure it's a little bit of juicy. And then in this case, I'm not sure that I have any gauze at home, so I'm going to put a little band-aid over top, but you could put a clean piece of gauze and then tape it on there and just leave that for a few hours. Okay, this is your crash course on homemade poultices. Most of my videos are around my specialty of helping empaths and sensitive people really unlock the trauma from their body. And I am also a trained acupuncturist and herbalist. So these are good little helpers that you can have and things that you can do in the moment to really help. The first time I really got to use this, I had just sort of graduated from acupuncture school and I was hiking, and I was walking and a sort of hornet sort of got up my shorts and kind of bit me right in the back of the leg, and it swelled up quite quickly. I was like running out of the bushes, sort of taking my clothes off, and sure enough found some plantain and some dandelion. If you're out and about, I actually just chewed it up in my mouth and put it on there, and really after 5-8 minutes of just sitting on the bench, the swelling and the pain had really gone down significantly. So this is a great herbal first aid. Again, not medical advice, but tuck it away in your herbal hat. So if you like this video, if you know someone else that needs to know about it, please forward it. I am on a mission to help as many people as possible, and you are a part of that. Thanks so much. Hope this helped you. And this is Leslie Huddart wishing you well. You are a soul with a body and you deserve great things. Have an awesome day.